Bitmine absolutely insanity. What should actually crash the stock went absolutely parabolic on it, okay? This news of raising $20 billion is absolutely insane, and we will talk about everything in this video, so make sure to subscribe and like, and let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
So Bitmine came out with a massive news yesterday, and actually I am here to explain you everything in very simple form, and we will dive in how the stock reacted when they start to gather this new funds to buy more Ethereum, everything, so you are fully informed. But before we diving in, please check out my brand new product, which is x10stocks.com. My name is Daniel Szymanski, and I am the wolf of Dubai, which is the most most watched stock market YouTube channel from the Middle East. I have also a Guinness World Record, but the most pride I'm taking what I have done for other people around the world. This guy even bought a house in the US. This person, she bought an apartment. I bought Tesla when it was a $17 company. Then I developed a own strategy to add every month until it was a $6 company. And the conviction through my research was so big that I saw what could come for this company. And obviously after the election, Tesla went to $500. It absolutely changed my life forever. What do you get after you join? Number one, you get the 101 onboarding call for you. Second, you will get access to our group where you get daily updates on our stock holdings. Number three, every month and once per month, you get the 101 monthly review call with me. We will use our monthly ad strategy that I developed to grow your portfolio to $1 million and more. You will see how many slots are available on the website. We are raising our joining fee every single month. But because I want to change as many lives as possible, which is my personal mission, I would love to start with a huge launch offer, which is only $997 for lifetime access. And one more thing, we are so convinced and have so much skin in the game that we take 27% of the profits because we know that we can get you to $1 million and more. I can tell you that everything will change once you reach financial freedom. I was working 9 to 5. I set the alarm in the morning. I couldn't travel when I want to. I couldn't see my family when I wanted to. But this all changed, and I can now travel anywhere. I can have the nice things in life. I can pay the good doctors out there. I can spend time with the loved ones. I don't have to take any alarm in the morning to be somewhere where someone wants me to be. This freedom was, first of all, was very surprising once I got it. But second, it's one of the most valuable things that I ever have gotten, okay? So make sure to use this opportunity. Join us today, and I'm looking forward to have you on board in our family. So when I saw this news about Bitmine, I was like, okay, this will definitely cause a huge crash in this stock, okay? So what they actually filled was a prospectus supplement for up to 20 billion in common stock under its controlled equity offering when counter and think equity, okay? So in a very simple form, they said, hey, listen, we want to sell 20 billion worth of shares to gather more money to buy more Ethereum. And we will talk about all the details in this video, okay? So you cannot miss to not watch it till the very end, because in this video, we will talk about what this means for Bitmine, what the price target is revised to if we consider all of that, why they raising $20 billion, all in this video. But first, let's go into the prospectus. So the prospectus supplement amends and supplements the information in the prospectus dated of July 9 of 2025. They making this kind of, announcement to the SEC that they want to sell more shares. And it's actually a very simple way they do that, okay? So they did already one on the 9th of July where they wanted to sell a lot of shares. But now they said, hey, guys, we actually just amending that, which is much faster than create a new one and say, actually, you know what? We think we want to sell 20 billion worth of shares, So actually they announced that. And as of today, they can actually sell the shares as well. So with that said, they will actually use the current super rally to get more stocks out there to make sure that they gather more funds for Ethereum. This is insane, guys, okay? Now think about this. If they want to raise $20 billion in Ethereum, what do you think the company goes to, right? If they have $20 billion in assets, this stock, which is currently at $60, will go up to $600. Guys, note this video. You are so early on Bitmine, okay? Obviously, this is never financial advice and you should make your own research, but we will make a couple of extremely simple math experiments here in this video, okay? So let's dive in what the stock actually did, okay? So I was thinking that this will absolutely break the stock, okay? Because we had a tremendous rally since we talk here on this channel about the stock. You are always early if you are subscribed and you smash the like button here on this channel. We talk about those stocks that go 10x, 20x, 30x up, and we talk about them early. If you want to have a done for you solution, go on to x10stocks.com, my brand new product. Very, very special joining fee for the months of August. Very limited places because it's, you know, very close to me 101. Okay, so make sure to check it out. The stock went up on a crazy party since we talked about the stock. Okay, over 100% in gains since about the beginning of August, right? When I started to say like this is a crazy opportunity, all right? So you see how good we are in our research, how good we are in our timing. And I was thinking, well, you know, nothing can go up forever. And specifically when the stock goes so fast, you know, it can be that the downturn phases are also quite fast. And when we are looking now at the market cap, we are at like $7 billion, okay? They have about like 833 as per the last official. Let's sum it up. They have like $3.5 billion worth of Ethereum, okay, roundabout. So that means they have a premium of 100%, okay? Now, if you raise $200 billion, that means that you want to buy $2 billion worth of Ethereum, okay? So they want to almost 5x, 7x, 10x the company with those shares that they offer to the market. And why they doing it now? Obviously, they use this premium, okay? This is all about you need to know about Bitmine, okay? They are speculating that the stock goes up as more as Ethereum price goes up, and then they can sell shares. Then Ethereum can go down also sometime. They can buy more Ethereum. They can, you know, be much more worth on the stock market because they had more assets under the company. And with that, the stock price goes up again. They can buy more Ethereum. And with that, the stock price go even higher and so on and so forth. So with that said, think about the following very simple way, okay? If you think that something like this would crash the stock, which I also thought like, you know, okay, now we need to, you know, be ready for like a minus 15, 20, 30% downturn, okay? Because that happens. You remember like 1 month ago, I don't remember when it was exactly, but somewhere here we was for a long time at $40. Then come the announcement that they want to put more shares to the market. And what happened to the stock? It went down 20%. I think even lower, 25%, okay? So you can see here that actually that happened before, but now they were a little bit smarter, okay? They said like, okay, the price of the stock is very high and we will now announce all the stocks that we want to buy for the next 1 or 2 years. And so we don't have to make those announcements because they checked at the first time in about end of July. Well, that was very bad for the stock. So why we should come out every now and then with a new dilution notice? Let's make a big one and, you know, be done for a year or so. Very, very, very smart. And that's why I love Bitmine so much. I love how they do it. I love how they engineer that much better than, for example, you know, MicroStrategies or, you know, kind of other Ethereum companies that are slower, that are not so smart. It's just like, oh my God, like this company is extremely good in what they do. And now let's dive in how the stock reacted, why it reacted this way, and what we can learn about that. Okay, so this is what the stock price did after this news. Obviously, you know, what was very strange, it started about like 6% up. And I was like, well, that's a little bit, you know, kind of interesting. But then I saw, okay, it's obviously because, you know, the main asset was up as well. Okay, Ethereum went on a like, you know, 4-5% up day on that day. And obviously, you know, that helped the stock to hold its levels. But then obviously, this is what I was thinking it will do. it actually went down. Okay, so we lost about like 6%, maybe even 9%, 10% from the highs. We somewhere, settled at 56, and then we went on another 10%, 11% rally. This is insane. This shows you how much strength there is in the stock, how much people use the dip buy opportunities. This is like momentum. This is like trust in the company. This is showing you very, 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 very strong buyers. It's, in the end of the day, one of the most stock market traded company on the US stock market, which gives you also a lot of participants into this kind of rally and momentum. So, this is insane. Like, if you just compare it to, for example, I don't have that even on my watch list really, but let's take SBET. SBET didn't announce anything and they are down. Okay, you see how betting on the winners, how betting on quality, on team is really paying out. And this is what I say to in all my videos. You're betting on the team, not only on the strategy or on Ethereum going up, that they are super fast in what they are doing, the proof of concept, Tom Lee, right? All the billionaires that they are involved. This is a whole package. And this package, I barely saw something so good for a very long time. Okay, guys? So make sure to really consider if you want to stay on the sidelines or be right in the middle when this guy absolutely explode. Okay, this is an absolute life changer. Okay, this is so life changing that I cannot even say how much it is. Okay, my crazy price targets. I know they are crazy, but believe me, Tom Lee had even crazier price targets. Katie Wood had crazy price target. Elon Musk had crazy goals, and everything came to a fruition, because one thing that we don't comprehend is compounding. And here's a clip of Warren Buffett explaining compounding for you. And after that, we dive in the most important part of the video. What does it mean if Bitmine will get $20 billion more in Ethereum, and which price targets we can reach with exactly that move?
As I point out in there, on this March 11th, in a couple of weeks, it'll be 77 years since I bought my first stock. And I paid $114.75 for 3 shares of City Service Preferred. But if you'd been a pension fund and you put $1 million into the S&P 500 at that time and reinvested it, during my investing lifetime, that million would have turned into $5.3 billion. You would have gotten, for every dollar you put in, you've gotten over $5,000 without ever reading a headline, an annual report. You didn't have to know accounting. You just had to believe in America. And you didn't have to pick the right stock. You just picked America.
Now we come to the best part of this video, where we talk about the massive, explosive price target of BMNR. You were waiting so long for that, so here's it. Let's dive in. So the assumption is that they have the common share program of $20 billion, and they starting on the 12th of August. They can do it anytime, guys, okay? They can, obviously they want to have as higher prices as possible to sell as less stocks as possible as well. So this is very important, because this is something that they will plan very, very carefully. But the announcement is done. It's ready to go whenever they feel to, okay? And obviously they will wait until, the stock goes higher and sell a little bit. So you will see either in the beginning of the trading days or in the end of the trading days, the stock should move a little bit lower. This is when they sell some shares, okay? Because this is the biggest volume. This is the less impact for the shares itself, because, hedge funds and institutions, everybody, the biggest volume of the stock market is always in the very first, half an hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the last hour, that's why it's called the power hour, the last hour of the market. Okay, so what situation we have today? We have BMNR with roughly about 3.5 billion in Ethereum. The last update was about 3, but the price went up, and also they said they have a little bit more. So I might be understating this a little bit, but this is not so important. The important thing is in the future, okay? So let's assume that, they market cap as of this viewership now by you, and this is highly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe because we're doing every single day video, okay? Never a day off. So every single day a video about Bitmine with brand new information and explanations and education. So if you are a shareholder, if you're not a shareholder, this is very valuable, right? So make sure to understand that the current market cap is around like 7, so about like 2 MNAF. If you don't know what MNAF is the calculation how much premium on the stock price there is considering all the assets that they have per share. Okay, so now you pay double the MNAF or the MNAF premium on the Ethereum that they have per share. Now, let's look into the future. If they will have the $20 billion in their books as assets, Ethereum, then they will have, considering that Ethereum stays the same, okay? They will just buy $20 billion worth of Ethereum and, the market cap obviously goes up to 47 billion because they will have 23.5 billion worth of Ethereum, and let's say the MNAF will stay the same, okay? So MNAF is very important because, the MNAF will always show you, what premium you actually pay, if it's high or low. We will also go into a chart in a minute and compare it to MicroStrategy as well. But the next point is the dilution. The dilution is always to consider as well, okay? Because it's not that you can say, oh, now it's double the market cap, now it's double the price of the stock. It's not so simple, guys. The market cap is actually the stock price times the market shares outstanding. So let's say you have a $1 and 1 million shares outstanding, okay? So the company is worth exactly $1 million. Let's say you have $1 and 5 million shares outstanding. So it's obviously much higher. You take $1 times 5 million shares, so it's 5 million shares. And obviously other way around. If you have 0.25 and you have 4 million shares outstanding, then it's also, worth $1 million as a company market cap, okay? So you need to consider, and I spoke with ChatGPT to make it a little bit easier to calculate for me, but essentially look into this. I believe that they will not drop everything, now. They will wait, they will sell some shares at 60, at 80, at 100, 120, 150, 160, and so on. So it's not so impacting so much the growth of the stock price. They will do it very smooth. They are not on a run. It's a marathon to accumulate 5%, maybe at some day 10% and 15 and 20% of Ethereum. I'm a strong believer, but that's for another video. I believe that you can then calculate this dilution and then you come, drums exactly to a life-changing, absolutely new price target of $184, okay? Which is phenomenal. It's like 3x from here. But there is something of exponential growth. We talked about it. We talk about raging bull markets. We talk about premiums. We talk about people absolutely going crazy about stocks. And this is where I'm trying to show you what is really possible, okay? Because 183 is nice, but it's a joke where the huge potential is. Because the huge potential is that we actually see the Ethereum price double. I'm not talking about 10x and, 40x and 100x like Tom Lee is talking about Ethereum. I'm talking about the double. Okay, just over the last couple of weeks, we saw a huge gain in the Ethereum. So another double is definitely something very doable and conservative in my personal opinion. And now, if you look into the MicroStrategy chart, they had already a MNAF of 4, okay, which was on the higher side. But it's possible, guys, okay, and it will be possible. And this was not even like crazy bull market. It was end of 2024, okay, so nothing crazy there. But this is showing you the tremendous opportunity for Bitmine and its stock price, because then it can go to 736 as a new price target with that new information over the next couple of weeks and months and years maybe. I don't know when it will be, okay, it may be in 1 year, and maybe it's 6 months, it will be maybe in 2 years, in 3 years, nobody can predict, but we predicted very good when it started. We predicted that there will be a dilution. So far, we predicted like pretty much everything, right? So if you want to not miss this kind of predictions, make sure to subscribe. And obviously, I would be super pumped if we can build your portfolio for the long term, all built and done for you. We will have monthly calls personally with me. Check out our launch offer on X, 10stocks.com, and we are raising our joining fee every single month, so it's now the best time to join. Check out the website, check out the video on the website, and join our family. And you will be early this time on the next Teslas, Bitmine, Palantirs, Robinhood, and so on, because I had them all and I will put them into your portfolio. The money stays always in your portfolio. We just build it for you. Tremendous. Something like this never was done before. So check it out. Go in early, and I see you tomorrow. And remember, the grass is always on the greener side. No, the grass is always greener on the other side. No, the grass is greener where the guy have an absolutely life-changing stock. That was the right thing. See you tomorrow.